Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. Here's the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Wrestling Isaac Hayes, King Tuco in the building. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, man? What's good? What's good is we about to get the Combat Club of Bryan Danielson, who just showed up and turned heel, along with John Moxley, Claudio, and Willow Yuta, going up against the Elite and Hangman. Hangman Page is the Elite. The Elite is going to reunite. We are going to get a Combat Club versus the Elite, and I assume
Yes,
we're going
sir.
to get it at the next pay-per-view. And man, I can't lie. I can it be another Stadium Stampede? Could they bring back Stadium Stampede for this match? I hope it's not blood and guts. I don't want blood and
Yeah.
guts. But if it's just a four-way, if it's just a 4-on-4 regular match, I'm fine with that. But if it's
Right,
gonna be
right, right.
anything, make it a Stadium Stampede. You can do it. I think you can do it, but that's me. But bro, it's the block party, it's the dynamite. You know what it is. We got the main event. It's Garcia. It's Adam Cole, baby, returning for his first match back. Bro, what's good with you?
Hey, what's going on, man? Lonnie, what's good? Clive, what's going
Lonnie,
on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? But
Clive,
yeah,
what it
man.
do, man? What it do?
But nah, hey, bro, Dynamite, man. I asked you this over the weekend. I said, it's Tony Khan. We heading into WrestleMania this weekend. I said, is Tony Khan, is he gonna go hard, or is he gonna play it safe? Is he gonna have some tricks up his sleeve or what? And yeah, man.
He had a
Tonight
trick or
was a
two.
pretty solid show. I felt like stories were being told, stories were being developed, and then stories were being cultivated, and
Man,
and
man,
born again.
man.
So I especially what you said about Danielson. I did not see Danielson coming back. One, two, I didn't see him doing what he did. Naive me really thought that Danielson was gonna be the voice of reason, but they say
Mm.
in a good book, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, and boy, did he make an ass out of me, big time.
I kind of thought he was. I kind of seen it. I'm like, oh, he could. I'm like, this would be a perfect heel turn. He comes back. He's all shocked. But I'm like, hi, but right. But Kenny was on guard. That was the only reason why I wasn't. So
Yeah,
what's going on, Aladdin? I ain't seen you in a
yeah.
minute, bro. What's
What's
going on
up,
with you,
bro?
brother? That was the only thing about it. Kenny was on guard with Brian. Like he wasn't like he was backing up in the corner, like, nah, bro, like these your
Yeah.
boys. Like, no, I ain't out here with them. I ain't on that. I ain't on that. I mean, Kenny went with it. But yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked that. But bro, I want to run through these first few matches. I did, like I said, it was a good show. I ain't gonna lie though, but the first match didn't really get me all like that. But I
Yeah.
do want to talk through it. So of course, man, we had Jungle Boy beating Matt Hardy. You got all the pillars making their case for why they should go up against MJF for the AEW Championship. Jungle
Right,
Boy
right,
ended up
right.
beating Matt Hardy. Then of course MJF comes down and he talks his talk, man, letting them know that you know what, man, there was a time where you're right, where me and you, we stole the show. We brought the house down, man. We showed the people why we were going to be the future of the company. But in the end, I ended up being AEW World Heavyweight Champion, the best wrestler in the business. And you, sir,
Yeah.
you just continue to be Jungle Boy. What did you think of that, man?
Nah, I definitely feel like we're planting the seeds for an eventual Jungle Boy turn, and I liked it because Jungle Boy, he was saying, I wish I was kind of more like you. I wish I didn't care about people. I wish I didn't care about feelings. I wish I was able to stab people in the back and pretty much step on the back of any and everybody to get to where I want to be. But I'm not that. But you can see when MJF was saying, "Hey, bro, they don't chant for you. They don't. No. They may chant for you, but when's the last time they told you thank you? You go out here, you put your body on the line, and everybody you've ever aligned yourself with, they've either left the company or they've gone to do and fend for themselves, and you're the only person that's left. So what's next for you? Because you're one of the top guys in the company, and you don't even get treated like that. You barely got time to be on TV, much less trying to fight me.
Right,
So I was like, okay, you
right.
know what? Okay. Okay, and you seen the wheels turning in Jungle Boy's head, and then when MJF made that comment about Anna Jay, I'm like, all right, yeah, I think we definitely about to get a serious Jungle Boy. And I know you and I we talked about MJF's title reign. I think an episode
Mhm.
will go on the podcast, and I must say, everything MJF said in his promo tonight. Facts. He barely has to wrestle. He comes out making
Right.
shitload of money. He goes to the back while everybody else busting their ass doing live events and every other show, darks and revelations and all that. Bro, he literally comes on Dynamite every now and again, says one or two things, maybe wrestles, and then he collects a big bag of money, and that's that. So, hey, I found nothing
Mhm.
wrong with it. The match was okay. The match was but the story leading up to that was cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, and I like I said, I had no problem with it, like, and I agree with you because I felt like a lot of what he said was on point. So I was good with what they did. Then of course, he talks some, he talked trash to Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy ended up beating him up. They ended up fighting, so forth, so forth. And then of course, man, we got the JSA, man. We got Cool Daddy Mac and them taking the Acclaim out for a night on the town and ended up spending a lot of Jericho's money. As we got Jericho coming down to the ring to get Garcia. And as he's walking away, he's looking back at Adam Cole, and obviously Tony Khan is planting them seeds of a Jericho versus Adam Cole match, which I'm not mad about, and I wouldn't actually mind seeing. I'm not going to expect too much, but I would still wouldn't mind seeing it. Then of course, man, we got the boys and Dalton getting their ass whooped by the Blackpool Combat Club. I'm not even going to call this a match. They whooped their ass, and then they got the victory. Then, of course, we got the Hangman Page promo where he was talking in the back. Then Don Callis, prior to that, he was talking with Kenny Omega, telling him, he apologized. He said that he was wrong. And he questioned Omega why he would think, Page would hit him because Page has hit you before. So it's not like he hasn't done it.
Right,
Duh.
right,
But
right.
then so Don goes and try to apologize, but that ends up leading to Hangman getting beat up by the Combat Club. Once again, they were all over this show, just whooping the hell out of everybody. Then they also split Don Callis and took his sunglasses. Before I get to the Cobb and Omega match, any thoughts on any of that?
So really quick, man, just to touch on that situation. So I guess apparently Diane Callis, at least according to what I read online, man, it was reported that him getting split open, man, he got busted open the hard way. He actually did get busted open. Like that wasn't no make believe, man. That wasn't supposed to happen. He kind of just took a bad fall and he ended up leaking pretty bad. So that was a legit bump he
Yeah.
took. But other than that, though, Don Callis, of course, trying to play his role as AEW's AEW's resident Paul Heyman, trying to stir the pot a little bit, trying to do
Yeah.
what he do. But dude, I'm curious to see where this goes. Is it going to be the end of the Don Callis Kenny Omega alliance? Like, where do we go? What does Don Callis got up his sleeve?
Yeah, most definitely want to see where that goes. But speaking of Kenny Omega, that boy put on a nice, great match. I ain't gonna lie, it was a pretty good match with Will Cobb. Uh, I liked it. I thought it was for a small guy, for his size, he did a pretty damn great reverse um backflip on onto a pin after he did the standing suplex from the second rope, and then he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stood up
yeah,
and
yeah,
then did the
yeah.
back. He just did a standing backflip right on toe
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, and I mean it was perfect. And I mean the air that he got, the rotation, like it was like, yeah, that boy, that small dude got some hops, man. But there was a lot
Yeah.
that happened in this match, and it was a really good match back and forth. Cobb showed his power. Kenny, tried to show his quickness and and that veteran savvy that he is. And he pulled out the victory. Barely. He barely pulled out the victory. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the Combat Club was gonna come out and cost him the match. Considering what they've been doing, I thought they were gonna
Right,
come out
right,
and cost
right.
him the match, but he ended up winning and retaining the IWGP United States Championship. Uh and then of course, as he wins, now we get the Combat Club. They come out, and of course,
Mm-hmm.
man, they surround the ring. But then Brian Danielson music hit, the crowd go crazy. Ah, man, BD's back, baby. All right, what's gonna
Yeah.
happen? He plays the role. He's just here to calm the seas. He's not trying to cause trouble, but of course, He gives Kenny Omega that running knee, and he delivered that running knee to Kenny Omega, and of course he put him in the label lock, and of course the Combat Club, they beat the hell out of everybody that tried to come down to the ring, and it is official, man. We
Yeah.
no longer have to wonder. There's no longer a if he is no. It is official. Bryan Danielson, the Combat Club, Moxley,
Yeah.
Claudio, Willow, Yuta, they are all heels right now, and they are finna wreak havoc in AEW. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Hey man, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. You know, Bryan Danielson, he's had this weird presence at AEW because when he first came in, he was a super white hot
Yeah,
face. And then when
yeah.
he was doing a whole tour of whooping the Dark Order's asses in their hometown, he came off very heelish. Even though I wouldn't say he was a heel per se, but he just did heelish shit, and he came out the heel tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when he went back to being like super liked by the crowd again, he was still coming out the heel tunnel
Mm-hmm.
for a while. And now, you know, again today to see him coming out, and you know, you think he's going to be the voice of reason. You think he's going to stop the assault by Claudio and Mox and try to talk some sense into him, and then for them to clear the ring, and then it just, you know, Danielson and Omega. I'm like, oh. Oh, then he went to the corner. I'm like, oh, whoa. Then he ran and dropped him with the knee. I'm like, oh, you sly man. I want to see it. I'm glad I got it. But oh, you got me. You got me. Not me
Mm-hmm.
thinking that Bryan Danielson, the one that was just crying a couple weeks ago because he lost to MJF and had to go reevaluate himself in the ring. And as a daddy coming back, turning his
He
back on the
did.
people.
He
But
did. He
that's what
did.
he
He
did.
reevaluated himself and he came back.
Yeah.
And they're gonna explain themselves next week. But that's what he did. He reevaluated. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of playing
Yeah.
this game. I ain't got time. I'm trying. I got a point to prove, and I need to get back on my
Absolutely.
mission. And then my mission
Yeah.
was kicking people's heads off. That was my mission.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my boys to back me up. And that's what we finna do. We finna
Yes,
kick
sir.
everybody's head off in this company. And man, I am with the shit. So with that being said, hey, I gotta give some props, man. I gotta give some props.
What's up?
I think they just cut their best promo that they've ever cut. The Guns cut a
Oh.
pretty damn decent promo, bro. Like it wasn't too over the top, wasn't too like it was just straight to the point. Like they didn't try to be too goofy, you know, in the way that they normally are. They were just
Yeah.
straightforward about what it was that they needed to say. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't bad, man. I have to say, I'm not saying it was the greatest ever I've ever seen. I'm saying for
Right.
them, I think that that was their best promo I've seen them cut. Uh, just wanted to say that. You know, here at the GOW, we're fair, man. You know what I'm saying? We call it like it is. When we see something we don't like, we gonna crap on it. But when we see something that's pretty good or decent or people getting better, we got to give them their props, and I got to give them their props on that. I'm gonna leave it there. Then next up, man, we had the Butcher going up against Orange Cassidy. The match was pretty cool. It had its shenanigans, of course, because it's the Orange Cassidy match. But he ended up getting a victory after the blade comes down and tries to, you know, he hit Orange Cassidy with the crowbar after the referee was distracted. But of course, the best friends come down. They got their boy back. He ended up hitting him with the orange punch, hitting him with the what is it, the orange crush, and then and he got the 1, 2, 3, and of course he's still the international. I got ready to call it intercontinental. He's still the international champion. I believe he's on a 20 match 20 match winning streak. Like I think he's defended this championship like 20 some times, and
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like he's close to it. Like Cassidy's been going out there going hard, man, and I like seeing that. That's the one thing we wanted to see Tony do, man, is promote his champions and show them off, and he's definitely been doing that with Orange Cassidy. Your girl, Jade Cargill, man, she's frustrated, she's
Yeah.
fed up, she's had it, man. She has had it, man. She has had it with Valkyrie. She continues to do her move. She assaulted her
Yeah.
baddie. She assaulted her
Mm-hmm.
lawyer, and she just will not take this shit anymore, man. They are going to. She is going to put an end to this. And Maria Shafir apparently has a match with Valkyrie this Friday at Rampage. So
Yeah.
obviously we're going to see something happen from that. But bro, uh, I'm gonna ask it again.
What
Are
up?
they building Valkyrie to beat Jade Cargill? Could
I
she
know
be
I
the
said
one?
I know I said initially it needed to be Chris Statlander. I know I said initially I love Taya Valkyrie, and I wanted to see her stay as far away from the TBS Championship as possible until she
Mm,
built up a little, a little streak up in AEW. But
right.
it's clear to me, it is clear the way they're building Taya Valkyrie. They're trying to get her wins quick. They're trying to get her on a Dynamite. They're trying to get her winning on Rampage. They're throwing her any and everywhere to get them wins up. You clearly are going to have a battle of the
Right.
finishers between Jade and Taya Valkyrie. And
Right.
if
For
Chris
sure.
Statlander is indeed not ready to come back or take the belt off of Jade, then you know what? I'm going to say it needs to be Taya Valkyrie. I'm looking at that roster right now. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, that is currently available to take the championship off of Jade that can take the championship off of Jade, except for Taya Valkyrie. So you know what? Hey, bro, go ahead, run it up. Because at this point, if she beat Taya Valkyrie, then you might as well just let her retire with the championship. Because, bro, ain't nobody else on the roster right now capable of doing that.
Mm. All right. Damn. All right. Juice Robinson talking shit to Starks as he's going to fight Action Andrade this Friday on Rampage. Then, of course, we got Willow going up against Ruby Soho, man. And I'll continue to say it, man. I need my girl to get a mean streak. I need her to drop this friendly act, man. It's just
Yeah.
it's like, come on, man, stop being you not this gullible, baby. You're not this gullible. You're not this gullible. You're not.
Right,
Come on,
right,
baby.
right.
I understand. I understand it's wrestling. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's wrestling, but it's again, you're still not this gullible. Come on, baby. You gonna have to slap some sense into this girl. You gonna have to put some respect on your name, because you a bad girl. And when you focus and when you mad and you upset, you something
Right, right,
different.
right.
And I need you to get to that something different. And I'm hoping that'll happen real soon. But she lost the match to Soho, of course, because the outcast helped interfere for Soho to win. Then of course Rio and Sky Blue came out, but not like other times. They got their ass whooped this time. But of course, the AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter made an appearance, and she came down, cleared the ring. She pulled up Rio, let her know, hey, me and you next week, Women's Championship, I'm gonna whoop that ass, and the haters gonna still hate. Uh, then of course, man, we got the announcement for Rampage. We're gonna get our boy, hey man, aka take a shit of Takasha. He's gonna go up against Sammy Guevara. We got the best friends, Trent and Trent and Chucky. They're gonna go up against Malachi and Brody King in a tag team match. We got Valkyrie going up against Shafir, as we already talked about. And then of course Juice is going to fight Action Andrade, as already mentioned. But then on Dynamite next week, we're going to get Juice Robinson versus Stark. We're going to get Rio versus Hayter for the AEW Women's Championship. We're going to get the Blackpool Combat Club. Of course, they're going to give their response, which I don't really expect a response. It's not like
Right,
they really
right,
care
right.
to tell people why they do stuff. They just do stuff when they do stuff. So it is what it is. If they say something, they say something. They don't. Well, they don't. I expect. I expect someone to show up wanting to get some revenge and wanting to whoop some ass. That's what I expect.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, man, we got our boys, man, FTR putting their AEW careers on the line against the Guns for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Man, I we asked this last time. Uh, I think we both said we don't see it, but I'm gonna ask it again. Man, is this the last match for FTR in AEW?
If this is the last match for FTR, and to answer your question really quick before I even go on my rant, I don't believe so.
Okay.
But playing devil's advocate, I love to play devil's advocate. If this is indeed FTR's last match in
Mm-hmm.
AEW,
Mm-hmm.
I would expect to see them make an appearance WrestleMania weekend or that following Monday. I
Well,
guarantee you.
WrestleMania is
Because
this weekend, so the match is next week. So they ain't making no appearance on
oh,
WrestleMania
so
weekend.
okay, so they well in that case, yeah, never mind. FTR ain't going nowhere. You see how quick that changed up? FTR ain't going nowhere. They staying there, man.
I
But
mean, I doubt if they could have their last match on a Wednesday night and then show up to a WrestleMania on a Saturday, that following Saturday. That Terramana got you thinking crazy, boy.
hey, nah. Hey, because AEW doesn't they don't have any they don't have no non competes in their contracts.
Shit, they gotta
And,
have a
and
30-day something.
not even because I was actually just listening to Mox's interview with Renee Paquette, and he said
Mm,
when he won the championship, when CM Punk had to drop it after all that, when they was doing all that back and forth, he was like,
mm.
yeah, bro. He was like, SummerSlam weekend of last year. He said he was working without a contract. He said technically when he was the AEW champion, he was still doing shows on SummerSlam weekend. He was like, legally, if I wanted to, I could have walked into SummerSlam with the AEW championship for WWE. He like, I was not under contract. And he says that Tony Khan, he does that with a lot of his talent, where he's not sure if he wants to renegotiate or whatever like that. They pretty much on handshake deals. But yeah, bro, he said they don't no non-competes.
Shit. All right, well, never mind then. All right, well, they won't show up this weekend.
Well,
But
nah.
hey,
But
but they
since they
can
not
show
showing up
well,
this
they can
weekend,
show up on a Friday then, man. They can
bro,
show up on
I'll
SmackDown the
be
next week. Who knows?
look, I got respect for the Guns. You said it best. This is their best promo they could in AEW. I like it. They've been improving in the ring. I be goddamn. I will cut off my big toe and feed it to a dog named Limp Biscuit. If the
Don't you do that?
goddamn
The people gonna
Guns,
expect you. Don't you do that? The
hey,
people gonna have
hey,
expectation of you, and
hey,
you gonna have
if
to. Don't you disappoint the people.
the Guns send FTR packing out of AEW, you might as well call me Zach Gowen because I'm getting rid of everything.
Oh shit! Hell no! Oh shit! Okay, buddy. Okay. Well, let me move on from this conversation because I don't need you offering up no more body parts. Your wife gonna cuss me the hell out. Man, and then of course, man, we just finished off with Daniel Garcia going up against Adam Cole as Garcia was doing what was typical, working over the return of a guy coming back from injury to see if he is
hmm
able to hold up and is able to go the way he needs to go.
Yeah,
And of course, man, it was a bit of a struggle for Adam. He missed a few, spots, but that was expected from a guy that hasn't wrestled for almost a year.
yeah,
So he's rust. He's got to shake that off a little bit, but he was able to pick up the victory. Then
yes,
of
sir.
course, like we said, man, Chris Jericho came down and obviously, man, he's given that sense that he needs to
hmm
put Adam Cole in his place. And if that's
Right,
the
right,
case,
right.
hey, you know what? I'm for it, man. Let's see where it goes. Let's see how it do. Maybe Jericho's a good match for Adam Cole to kind of work. Somebody a little slow, but Adam Cole can kind of work a better pace than with someone like Garcia. Because
Right.
Jericho's gonna, Jericho, he's a veteran in this game. He knows how to. He can still do what he needs to do, however he needs to do it. And for a guy like Adam Cole, he can make him look really great. So I'm not mad about that. Definitely want to see it. Definitely want to hear what they're going to have to say to each other because those are definitely two guys that like to talk on the microphone. So yeah, I'm definitely down for that. And
Yeah.
that, ladies and gentlemen, uh, is your Rampage block party. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Dynamite block party. Rampage is fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But not a bad show. Like I said, not a bad show. Definitely a nice little surprise. We know that with this being WrestleMania weekend, Tony was going to not try nothing too crazy, but something would happen. And Brian Danielson coming back and officially being healed with the Combat Club, that
Right,
that
right.
was something. Of course, man. And then MJF coming out and saying what he's saying, setting that up. Of course, with the other guys, and then Adam Cole returning. We got Adam Cole back in the company, so we gonna can't wait to see what he does and see him make his noise through the on Wednesday nights. But
Yes, sir.
other than that, man, bro, as always, man, it's a pleasure, man, to to rock out with the homie, to rock out with the people. I see a few folks that came back we ain't seen in a while. Aladdin, Lonnie, what's up with y'all, man? Glad y'all hung out for a minute. Uh, But yeah, man, we're also to a few folks, man, that's new to the page, man. We appreciate y'all, man, for hanging out with us. We got a long week. You know, we done with Dynamite. We got Dynamite out the way. We did the NXT prediction show. We got that out the way last night. We already did our Monday Night Raw, block party. Tomorrow we got the what we got WrestleMania predictions, and we got the women in wrestling. We got those two that we're gonna do tomorrow, and then of course Friday night block party, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday again. I got nothing else, man. I don't think there's nothing else I need to say after that.
All right, bet. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's your King Kuto. King Tuco.
King Kuto. Yeah, boy. Yeah, that immunity ain't working so well for you, bro. Yeah, buddy.
Oh man,
it's catching up.
Let's try this again.
It has caught up to you, boy. That Aew said, sir. "What up, bro? What's happening?" I done made it. I done made the show.
He done made the show. All right, let's try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's your King Tuco, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.